Welcome back to the campfire. Today, we are going to be probably finishing up this war with Xenon in this branch. I mean, there's still... We don't know how far they are in Frontier Edge. Looks like the Antagons still own this sector for now. Which... we should probably go and explore that, see how far the Antagon are at. Ooh. Well, yeah. Matrix 9 is still owned by the Xenon for now. I guess this is owned by the Telati, but I know there's another sector down here that may or may not be Xenon owned still. Which I think... I mean, there's up here. There's one or two sectors. Then there's over to the left. Wretched Skies there, yeah. And they lost the Pyramid lost their other wharf. Here's our stuff. And this is what we were getting up to when my mic decided to have its fit. Our scout decided to face plant into the station for some reason, but I think it just ran too close and got hit. And along with that, we're going to continue gearing up our economy here and build our wharf and shipyard here. Might also build a shipyard here, I don't... maybe a large. Everybody keeps fighting on our station. How dare they? So build modules, we now have the LFAB and the XLFAB available to us. This is going to be fun to try to work out. Put an LFAB there, or an XLFAB there. We can... How to do this one properly. Okay, yeah. We can do it this way. And we can make those only to personal and then put the public XLs up and Ls up there. Not that we exactly have... I mean, we don't have the resources here to just, like, print big ships. But... oh yeah, we can't set those to allow or disallow anything, so we got that going, but we'll build a wharf here with L and XL and be able to print ships much more consistently. Once these get done building... that's going to be a while. Alright, back down to here. Alright. The destroyers have taken out that station.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, the heck was that about? Alright. Oh, there's 3 more lines over here, so there's at least 3 more stations over in that corner. Love the fact that it actually updated to let me know, hey, you are getting close. And not that we have to just sit here and blow up these stations in one go. I get that. Alright. Let's do this a slightly better way. You fly over there as a group. You fly over here as a group. Because there's 2 options. Either I think we just go one station at a time and just keep wiping them, but yeah. It's about the best option I got at the moment. And we're not just going to continue on with Xenon eradication. We'll start doing other storylines as well. Probably move on to the split next. So I've never done their storyline, so I'm kind of curious how that goes. And what that changes in the universe. I really wish they'd stop fighting right on my system, or right on my stations. Well, that's not good. Heretics End. Yeah, we're gonna want to get everybody involved on this fight.
Awaiting orders.
Maybe bring in all these crow colonies to help. Which point, what is our wharf looking like? We're still low on weapons components. The others are starting to fill in though, finally. If just a little slowly. Leave for the moment. There you go. They're attacking the shield generators first for some reason. I'm not going to complain about this, just... I didn't tell them to do that. It's kind of cool. Alright, let's add these to the... Well, first, have them go and attack. So all 15 of these should help make short work of this destroyer. While we're waiting for that, let's get the 2 main battle groups starting on their fight. Kind of fascinating that that destroyer is just trying to run away instead of actually fighting. Yeah, they're targeting shield generators first. Interesting. It makes sense that the fighters would go for components before they'd actually try to fight the main ship. I mean, it's what we would do. So why not? Alright, and their plasma cannons are clearly doing enough damage. The destroyer hasn't even arrived yet, it doesn't look like. Nope, there's the destroyer. It's just trailing along from behind. Battle group is doing well. Almost feel like we just need a carrier to patrol each of our systems.
Awaiting orders.
Which... that's why we're upping that one. That carrier's hanging out in Savage Spur 1. Not that it needs to do anything here at the moment. It's just there's not much else for it to do. Thinking having this carrier plop through, maybe wait until we're getting on with that defense platform already, and go and sit at that gate just to watch. Because we're not really dealing with anything coming in and out of our systems anymore. We pretty much own this. We've got Kurokamis patrolling this system for piracy because scale plate was already showing up here. Yeah, I'm going to pause the recording to just kind of let things go at the moment. So after, doing 3 or 4 stations this way, where I've been send one group to one side, one group to the other side, meet them in the middle, I've noticed that they tend to move around and thus dive into the station less, because they're not trying to cross-fire nearly as often into other parts of the station. I think they're also hitting different parts of the station at the same time, so like these sections are probably breaking at the same time these are, or similar time. In either case, they tend to try to cross straight across the station less, and they tend to move laterally more. Which doesn't seem to make much sense to me, but I'm also not there directly witnessing the battle. Which, if I'm there witnessing the battle, it goes entirely differently because of how high attention / in sector mode works versus just being here. What are we looking at? Yeah, that group is... I almost wonder if that's in our sector, in Heretic's End. That is so weird. Because I keep trying to get closer to it. It's just not working. Either way, I'm going to see if I can get to that finally. Beyond that, we're just continuing to do much more of the same. Alright, we're on to the next one. It is actually rather fascinating to watch this happen. Oh, crap. That one decided to get a little too close. And have these go fly up here, fly back around, and attack. Okay, at least the defense drones aren't all targeting just that one destroyer, so that could have become a problem. Not likely, but could have. So we're gonna take a watch at this one. Yep. Back up, boys. Y'all went flying in a weird direction there. Alright. Never mind, those two went exactly where they were supposed to. 2 was the one that's flying up and around, not group 3. My bad. They're just in opposite order than I expected them to be. Alright. Our battle group, the second battle group is starting to move in to attack from the opposite direction. Station is 86% and dropping. We've got the bomber carrier moving in to monitor the gate. I mean, then we might as well... Actually, at that point, we should probably... Well... It is just Getsufun and Savage Spur 2. So... On the one hand, because Terran economy right here, we could use Terran components and get a defense station built using Terran parts. On the other hand, we could do our components, and we're not so far, or Commonwealth components, and we're not so far away from the Commonwealth that we wouldn't get the parts supplied. But we've already tapped out pretty much that entire market, so we should probably go with... Yeah, let's go with Terran parts. But I'm not against letting them have the system either, because... Or this sector. I mean, it's just a copy of the sector next to it. Savage Spur 1. Same resources, everything. And it's not like we can... You know, they can't go from here to here and then back. They can go here and then have to fly all the way back around. So it's not really a point to taking it? I don't know. Other than just because to say, ha, I've got it, it's mine. That's like the only reason to actually take it at this point. And that's kind of why we took this sector, was nobody else can have it and it's now ours. It just helps that right next door is an open sector that will be ours, that we can build everything from. It's got all the resources necessary. And then there's even more over here. Even though there's no methane in either of these 3 systems, it's all here and here. But if we wanted to make a few stations that directly trade with the Terrans, that would be where to do it. I mean, we could also build a couple stations just for making money for the Voy. Basically, that sells to Antagon and Terrans right in the one sector. Well, the Argon, the Antagon have taken over this sector pretty solidly. Give them that. Take a look at what the next sector looks like. So this goes down in... There's like 2 or 3 group sectors that lead into faulty logic? Or is it just the one that leads down into faulty logic? Huh, the Paragon, or Paranid, got pushed out of faulty logic 1. I'm kind of surprised. Normally they don't get pushed back out quite so easily. Well, they're doing solid there, so... They're not being pushed back by the Xenon. Nothing growing here yet for the Kaak. Nothing here either. Though there is a forager running around in here, apparently. Could also do this storyline, which would initiate some fighting with the Vigor Syndicate. Can't build any Barbarosas, huh? Well, that's fine. Yeah. Not that they have much of anything that we would want. Though the best part is their resources are basically just hull parts, energy cells, that's it. And Claytronics. There is a benefit to using their ships. Not a big benefit, but it's a benefit. Oh, come on. Hold on. Ah, that's annoying. Get the feeling... Oh yeah, we lost an Irkanji down there. Quasar. A bunch of our Quasars decided to just go and attack that station. While I wasn't paying attention. That unfortunately does happen. Alright. Well, it looks like they're all retreating with the carrier group, so... How many was lost? Damn. That's a few. Alright. Well, build ships. This is why we have these made cheap and easy. Why the heck? Haven't even played VRO yet today or yesterday since I last did a recording. Okay, we are coming up to the Xenon solar power plant here. And that makes... After this one, there'll only be 2 stations left to destroy. So we should be... We'll almost be done with this. I have to say, I kind of like the live stream view thing. So I can just watch them obliterate the station piece by piece. And apparently you can watch from inside of the station too. Oh, what are they attacking? Hold on. Oh, there's a defense drone or two that got in range. That's okay. Alright. Well, I finally figured out where that Kaok station, or Kaok station that we were, where I was confused, like, how is it between sectors? There's gotta be a sector here somewhere, right? No, there's not. It's in Heretic's End. But getting out to it was proving to be dang near impossible, at least not in sector. Which annoyed me, but whatever. Because now, the more that I get over there, you notice it's getting closer and closer to being in sector. Or at least closer and closer to appearing in sector. So now, we just gotta get close enough that it's able to be attacked. Why is there a gas miner way out here? It is so close. I can almost taste it. Of course, it's just not letting me get it Yeah, because how much further out is that? It won't even let me select it.
Unknown station.
There. Yeah, it's another 60 kilometers out. There we go. There. God, that was so ridiculous. Remove all orders, bring group 4 over to here. We may just wait till we can reinforce them with group 2 and 3. But either way. Alright. We're on second to last station. One of our destroyers decided to do something I've not seen before, which is he backed up from here and then decided to dive into the second station, which I think he was just trying to gain distance to maneuver around this station, and it wasn't accounting for other enemy in area. But I've decided to put the defense station and claim this sector because why not? We already own, we're gonna own South Spur 1. We already own the rest of this corridor. Might as well take it over. And yeah, I got close enough to this to see what all is here. I'm like, these destroyers might be enough. Oh, don't tell me they're gonna... It's a good thing we can build our own PEs, but I don't want them going and attacking that station. No. This is gonna be the other hard part. Yeah, no. You do not get to do that, no. Alright, we're not gonna be able to wait. I don't think. Alright, we're gonna move these. Actually, oh, hold on. This is going to go terribly. Alright, remove all orders. You're gonna start over here. Because this is just maneuvering badly. They wanted to, maneuver into the middle of that. That was gonna go badly. I'm gonna get off of the side of that station. There.
Ma'am.
Or out of the elevator, I should say. We're almost done with that. Yeah, maybe I should just wait. We're almost done with the Xenon sector. And then bring in the other destroyers so that we can surround this thing and just be done with it really quick. Well, this is fascinating. To make PEs and the others, you just need ore and silicon. Let's see, if I looked at the B, yeah, it's just ore and silicon. That is fascinating. Maybe I should make another wharf where and they just have miners for that. We'll do that in a little bit. That's kind of cool. I'm glad to know that, especially for coming up with another playthrough of this, a challenge run where maybe you only use Xenon ships, starting as early as you can. Which is actually fairly early now with timelines. Alright. Alright, we are almost done with the final Xenon station here in Savage Spur. It is at, what? 9%. We are here. I mean, I told the destroyers to attack because why not? We've defeated cock hives with less, and they're not really getting anywhere.
Awaiting orders.
That shark has made it to where it was going. I'm just gonna...
Cock defense platform.
That AI needs to put a pause between the two A's. I'm just gonna start sniping out these defense platforms. And our guys have been making some headway over here. Not a lot, but they're doing work. %. I know they've been having to deal with more of the fighters coming in and attacking the defense fleet. Alright. But should be done with the elimination of the Xenon here shortly. We have defense gate or defense structure being built to take over that system. Same as always.
I thought that I didn't know what Sorry, Mrs. Rescue. I have to make a load of arrangements right away. Take care.
I mean, yeah, we eliminated all those Xenon for you.
Well. Mission successful, I'd say. With the Xenon gone, the Yaki won't have to fear for their lives anymore. But they also can't rely on the machine's protection. I hope your trainers are already waiting in the wings. Let's make the most of this.
Yeah, we're building a whole new station and everything. Whole bunch of stuff over there. Save the Yaki against their will. I don't know what else that's gonna do. But we own the sectors. I mean, we will own these shortly, these two. And everything leading up, we have traders building and moving stations here. Slowly, but surely. This stuff's being done. Alright, let's target the next defense platform.
Cock defense platform.
I really wish she would put a space between those two A's. Whatever. If we get rid of the defense stations, the other destroyers will have an easier time of this. But yeah, her first line is, "You destroyed the Xenon in our sector just like that?" Like, well, not just. It was rather costly, now that you look at it. Ends up being worth it because you get access to a bunch of sectors that have a lot of resources and nothing to compete with. It's better than Heretic's End, and Heretic's End is right next to a bunch of systems that have decent resources, but you're also, you know, much more open to the Xenon and other places. You know, if you choose to start a war with the Argon, for instance, I mean, you're surrounded on two sides by enemies in Heretic's End. And I think once we're finally done with this and we're ready to move on, we'll start a war with the Argon and the Boron and just see how long we can last or if we can win. Alright, that's another defense platform down. Where does that one at? 16 kilometers that way. Alright, and this will just be cleaning up this. So, one thing I noticed is that if you have cure trees or the CUDA AI tweaks installed, for whatever reason, let me show you this. Extension options, CUDA. So, by default, this setting is on. Okay. Similar issue to here in attacking stations. Got it. for whatever reason, it doesn't bother them to attack destroyers, but stations. Now, size L and XL. They had no problems attacking Xenon stations. But a Ka'ak installation, or hive, the massive one here, with this on, they did the same thing as the fighters did against a station where they just circled at the edge of its firing range but didn't attack the thing. Which was weird, but now they're attacking it. And I just wanted to point that out. Like, if you use Kudas and you run into this issue, here's what you do. Alright, we're almost done with the Ka'ak installation. I mean, we've got all of our destroyers here now pushing on it, so the thing I love about it is the Ka'ak installations look intimidating, and they can get, a little overwhelming. I mean, that behemoth lost a lot of his shield. But they generally can't break a destroyer, as long as you're paying attention and actually, doing stuff about it. Getting them to move back, or destroying sections and guns before they can break your shields. Which, these guys are doing pretty good about moving out of range before they die. The firepower is not nearly as overwhelming as the Xenon station. It's just, there's a lot of it. They don't have any large guns that I've noticed. They could, and I'm just missing them, but I'm not seeing it. But we're getting there. And then we'll be clear again for a while, and then we'll have to clean it out again. Oh well. Alright, well that Ka'ak station is defeated. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to test... we can get the blueprints for a large ship by recycling it. If so, I mean, cool. We already own most of the equipment blueprints. We just don't own ship blueprints yet. Might be worth, okay, we're only at 95 million yet to fill up the stations again. It might be worth just scrapping a couple ships to get decent blueprints so we can print our own battleships. And... Neil Rana. Work somewhere else for me. Put you in charge. There. Put a 1-star in charge of it because we might as well keep our decent one. Gotta remember that I've got him on the Nemesis. Can't move them yet. We'll move them to Delilah's Swan Song, I think. Depends. What is their cat? Yeah. We're gonna replace that guy. Yep. We'll fire that one and move you down to service crew. And then once that person becomes available to move, we'll move them over to Delilah's Swan Song. Alright. We're gonna watch for... We'll let that happen and we'll be back. Okay, so the Phoenix was disassembled. Let's see. Whoops, not that button. And we can now build a Phoenix Destroyer with the exact setup that we had before. Ooh, including some other options. Thinking pulse, not pulse, plasma, and flak. Okay. This might be our option here. I'm not going to do Phoenixes myself, but I think we're going to go with scrapping a Phoenix or Behemoth. Let's see here. Yeah, they don't have a... Ooh, actually that makes me think this would be one of the ones, yep, they don't really have a piloting skill yet, so let's have this one go. Com. Recycle. Disassemble. That was an Odysseus, isn't it? Yeah. Which is fine. We'll have these guys do it too. And just for giggles, we'll do a ray. And there we go. We'll get a bunch of... That way we can make a bunch of different destroyers. Alright, the Claytronics factory over here is starting to produce. Which means we're going to start having other stuff be built faster. Ooh, what are you up to? This is almost completed. I'm sure the other stuff hasn't been built yet, but this is... Yeah, this isn't going to be done, but we've got Claytronics coming in. Should be good enough. Because as this is being finished, it's also building Claytronics, which means other things can be produced, and it's putting out Claytronics for us to use as well, which is very helpful. Plus the hull parts, which I think that one's just about done, isn't it? I don't know, let me close this one up. Almost. One thing left on it to build, and that is requiring Claytronics. Okay. Then we'll start building up the rest of the infrastructure we need here. Alright, yeah. We're still waiting on the disassembly orders to work, or to be finished. Keep seeing the Phoenix E come up on the map. I have no desire to go take it out, though, or to board it, so we'll just leave it be for the moment being. I'll leave them be too for the moment. Fascinating thing that I've noticed is that after we cleared out all this, Xenon are actually pushing harder from other regions. Including now that they've built, I mean, they've got a second station starting, but they've built a full-on defense platform here. They cleared out every station except for 2 here, and they've been pushing into other systems like this. Matrix 9 has been doing so much more, which is kind of cool to watch. Haven't seen anything happening down here, so I'm kind of curious if those systems have been lost already by them. We'll have to send a... What are you doing? You're at the hat port, which I kind of still need. Let's have you go down and explore. I'm kind of curious what that sector's looking like right now. Looks like they're pushing out a faulty logic harder. Can't see down here, but I mean, the second that other scout got in here, they were basically gone. They were fleeing the entire time they were in the sector, and I couldn't get them to go back. It was tragic, I tell you. So I'm going to go and try to clean up and preserve the split for the moment, and then we'll go and do the split storyline just to get it over with. That way, if they get wiped out, it's not as big of a deal. We can be done with that storyline and see what happens. Though to my knowledge, that actually ends a war. Stops the Argon and the Split from fighting nearly as much. Then again, the Argon could use, the break, what with them and Hop fighting almost constantly in this seed. Though, neither side has really won, lost, or anything. They've not really been losing or gaining ground. No, I suppose the Argon managed to build a whole defense station. Oh. I mean, it's kind of the same problem as the Paranid. For some reason, the Paranid have several stations that are just sitting in Hop territory and nothing's being done by the Hop about it. The Holy Order of the Pontifex.
Awaiting orders.
Did the Paranid have, or the Hop have anything in here? No. It's almost like the Hop, or the Holy Order, tried to push into faulty logic and then fell off because they couldn't make it in there. They've got a massive amount of
Awaiting
stations. Yeah, I figured that would be done by now. Yeah. But I'm gonna clean up shop here, and where's Battle Group 4 at? Suppose we have another ray done, which will allow us to add to Battle Group 4. Come on. Come on. It's weird. Why is it not adding? Whatever, they're probably doing something and that's why. Oh yeah, gotta add you to the battle group too. We've got a third carrier, Sharknado. I'm filling it up with disintegrators because the disintegrator carriers seem to do great against medium and small and actually hold their own against larges as well. Oh, come on. Not that one. Dock and wait. There we go. Yeah, you belong to that station anyways. You might as well just go dock. Weird. Where is our 4th battle group? There we are. You fly to here. Group 2. You start your attack. Where's Group 3 at? Group 3's up at the top. Don't know why Group 3 always ends up at the top. You'd think it would follow alphanumerical order, but it never does. It just goes by fleet number. Is there a way? Yeah, there's no way to change what that is. Like, how did we end up with 44 different fleets, but Fleet 7's down at the bottom? I don't know. I done get it. Alright, so they're finally docking. That'll be fine. Then go back to patrolling your sector. Heretic's End. Hold on, why are you getting that close? Okay. As long as you don't start diving into the station, we're fine, we're fine. Not even sure how much this is finished. Doesn't look like it's fully finished because there's... It's usually shaped like an S and there's like a section missing still, feels like. Oh yeah, there's a section missing. Maybe 2 sections, yeah. Okay. That's fine, we'll get rid of it. Alright. And is this sector done? Are those 2 stations done, I should say? You're fleeing an SE. Okay. That's weird. It's an SE that's already been destroyed too. Alright. What I was trying to do, and then immediately got distracted because I am nothing if not distractible. Alright. Yeah, the Claytronics station is almost done. Just got 1 part left. It's going to take 15 minutes. Whole station is done. So next we should probably start building a... Ooh, that is a great question. What station should be next? A little bit of space between those 2 because of the other stuff there. So do we want field coils? Do we want the whole missile scanner, antimatter, weapon components, microchips, weapons and missiles? Let's start with field coil. We'll assign the builder you. And then that should be good enough there. Logical overview. Should really stop everybody from buying our parts, but we make enough there. I'm not sure I'm worried about it. Hold on a moment. Yeah, we should probably stop selling these here too, just because. Probably get a few more miners. Let's check this out. And if just for the moment we're going to hold off selling anything, keep everything for ourselves there. Let's do a few, well, no, we don't need those. We need another 4 of these. Probably just buy them, but we'll build our own. But with that, we have finished the war for this sector, or this corridor in general. This station should be building. Yeah, it's almost done. Then we'll own the whole sector, or the whole corridor. We already own this one. No real point to owning it, but we'll own it. Do have to get some managers moved over and whatnot to each of these different stations. Whatever. Not a big deal right at the moment. Next time, we will start the split storyline. Just because I feel like we're running out of time to do that one. And from there, we'll make decisions. We'll go from there. Thank you for joining me here by the campfire. As always, if you like the video, like it. If you have questions, comments, concerns, witty remarks, passing insults, anything you want to say, if you have recommendations for things you want to see, let me know in the comments below. And as always, have a wonderful day.